City Council meeting to order. Roll call, please.
Alderman Art Woods.
Here.
Alderman Currielli.
Here.
Alderman Messina.
Here.
Alderman Sismarski. Alderwoman Ames. Here. Alderman Artie Woods.
Here.
Alderman Catalano.
Here.
Mayor, please.
Here, I declare a quorum. Please stand and join in Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, first we need a motion to approve the minutes of February 6, 2025, regular City Council. Okay, we have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Any questions, comments, or corrections? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, that passes. We have no communications this evening. Do any citizens wish to be heard on matters not listed on the agenda? Okay, none. Nothing on the mayor's report. Mr. Murmas, city manager's report.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I have two items this evening. First item, the Wooddale Citizens Police Academy. If you are interested in this and like to join the 10-week Citizen Police Academy course, please look on the website for more information. The deadline to register for the program is tomorrow, February 21st. And then my second item is Chicago Northwest Restaurant Week. That takes place from February 28th to March 9th. Meet Chicago Northwest is a nonprofit organization dedicated to promoting tourism and serving as our certified convention bureau. Every year they host Northwest Restaurant Week. This year we have 3 Wooddale establishments participating, La Michicana, Local Bar and Grill, and Sweet Baby Ray's. So we encourage everyone to stop in and try these wonderful Wooddale restaurants. You can find out more information about some of the other communities that are participating in some of the other restaurants. There'll be specials and coupons and all sorts of goodies online. There's more information at chicagonorthwest.com, and that concludes my report.
All right, thank you. Next, consent agenda, item A, approval of the executive session minutes from January 16th, 2025. Do I have a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Okay, Randy and Alderwoman Ames, second. Oh, we need a roll call on this. I take it roll call.
Alderman Messina.
Yes.
Alderwoman Ames.
Yes.
Alderman Art Woods.
Yes.
Alderman Currielli.
Yes.
Alderman Sismarski.
Yes, he's here.
Alderman Artie Woods.
Yes.
Alderman Catalano.
Yes.
Alderman Sismarski.
Did we miss one? No.
Alderman Catalano.
Did she call me?
Yes.
Oh, okay, so we got everybody. Okay, I thought we missed one, I'm sorry. Yeah, no, Alderman Sismarski abstained. Okay, and that passes. Next, if no objections, we have 2 items on the consent agenda. Do we have any objections? Okay, I need a motion.
I'll make the motion.
Second. Okay, we have a motion and a second. Roll call.
Alderwoman Ames.
Yes.
Alderman Currielli.
Yes.
Alderman Art Woods.
Yes.
Alderman Messina.
Yes.
Alderman Sismarski.
Yes.
Alderman Artie Woods.
Yes.
Alderman Catalano.
Yes.
Correct. Thank you. Okay, now we need a motion to approve the 2 items on the agenda. An ordinance granting a special use, item number 1, an ordinance granting a special use variances and site plan review commenced concerning property located at 310 East Irving Park Road in the city of Wooddale. Item number 2, a resolution approving a proposal from H&H Electric Company for the Foster Avenue streetlight installation project in an amount not to exceed $44,286.46.
Make that motion.
Do I have a second? Okay, we have a motion and a second. Roll call.
Alderman Sismarski.
Yes.
Alderwoman Ames.
Yes.
Alderman Art Woods.
Yes.
Alderman Currielli.
Yes.
Alderman Messina.
Yes.
Alderman Artie Woods.
Yes.
Alderman Catalano.
Yes.
Okay, and that passes. Next, committee chair reports, planning and zoning, Alderman Catalano.
No report, Mayor?
Thank you. Public health and safety, Alderman Currielli.
I have no report, Mayor.
Thank you. Public works, Alderman Artie Woods.
I have two reports, Mayor.
Go ahead.
First, an ordinance authorizing the city to sign a master license agreement for fiber optic cable installation in public right-of-way. That is my motion.
Second?
Okay, hold on one second. We have a motion and a second. We had a couple questions last week. I think Mr. Bond wants to address one of those concerns.
Yeah, there were a couple of questions. As I understand, the council asked the city's ability to restrict installation at certain times of the year, restricting the hours of work and issuing notices. Under the city code, there's already a provision in the code that provides for construction under section 12604D, which says that all construction-related work limited to Monday through Saturday from 7 o'clock a.m. until 7 o'clock p.m. No work is permitted on Sundays and holidays. So there's already a built-in restriction. The master license agreement also provides for the compliance with all city code provisions. So that aspect of it is covered. With respect to the ability to restrict installations on at different times of the year, we don't have anything in our code, nor is there anything in the law that would restrict any kind of construction occurring in the winter months or, during a holiday, or during a summer time or anything like that. And there's really no regulatory method available for the city to do that. The other thing was the city requiring notices to be issued. Currently, there is just a general notice provision in the agreement. If that's something that the council is inclined to want to really beef up, I do have some proposed language I could suggest, and if the mover and seconder agree, it could be included under section 3B3, page 2 of the license agreement. This has all the different requirements that the licensee is required to provide to the city. And one of the things I would suggest is that notice be provided to the property owners, so they're going to give us a copy of that notice, affected by each installation, including the anticipated dates during which the installation or related installation activities will occur, which may impact said properties, which notice shall be provided to each of the affected properties at least 3 business days prior to the installation or installation activities setting forth the installation date. So what they've already got to give us a schedule, general schedule. This would be specific to those property owners that are going to be affected by that. So if that is currently not in there, if you wish to make a motion, that would be then included. You would approve the agreement with that language.
Alderman Artie Woods, you were the,
I agree, but I have a question on that.
okay, follow-up? Wait, before I go.
Sure.
Alderwoman Ames, you were the second.
Yes, I
You agreed to?
definitely agree.
Okay, Alderman Artie Woods, go ahead.
So what can we do if these companies choose not to give said notice?
Mr. Bond.
We've got 2 options. One, there's a breach. Secondly, we have administrative adjudication, which has been very successful. We would take them because that would be a violation of our code and a violation of the agreement. So we would be able to pursue that. It's got fines up to $750 per day per violation. So let's say there's 10 houses and they didn't give notice to those 10 houses or businesses, we would rack those up. I think they would get it very quickly, and I know that the Public Works Director will make that very clear to any contractors that are moving forward with this under this.
Follow-up? Yeah, go ahead.
Follow-up. How do we make these companies aware of the change if we pass this tonight?
Mr. Bond.
That would be highlighted, and when they get to approve it, they're going to be required to comply with all terms, and we'll make sure that that's highlighted. And the nice thing is it has to be provided to the city at the time of the application, the permit application, so they'll have to say, this is the notice we are giving to the residents. And then it's up to them and the city to enforce to make sure it's going out within that 3 business day timeframe.
Quick question on the notice. Does it get mailed, or how does the notice go out?
That is going to be, I'm not sure what the best method for it.
Mr. Lang?
I know Mr. Lang's got some that he's used with other road construction.
Okay.
That he would have a better.
Go ahead,
idea
Mr.
what
Lang.
the success
So
is.
typically it'll be a postcard, or most companies leave a door hanger on the affected property.
Okay, yeah. Door hangers get a little rough, but Alderman Messina, I think you had your hand up?
I think you took one of the questions. The postcard would be preferred. The other question I had was, are they third-party? Like, are they contracted out by Xfinity or AT&Ts of the world?
Mr. Bond?
People that are,
The people that are getting the license?
yeah, they're getting the permits.
Yeah, there's going to be likely third-party providers for that. I don't think you're going to have a direct.
Follow?
I just want to make sure this actually has some teeth, because it's like, are we really gonna take AT&T to adjudication, or are we taking ABC Electric, who's been,
Mr. Bond? Oh,
It'll be the-
Mr. Lang, you?
So
Can I answer?
more often than not, it's a third-party provider, an underground contractor that does the installation on behalf of AT&T, Verizon, Comcast, et cetera.
Mr. Bond?
And that would be the party who signs the license agreement. They would be the ones that then would be
Liable.
would be responsible.
okay.
Alderman Arwood, also got your hand up, go ahead.
Yeah, since we're going down this road, so how do we hold their feet to the fire for repair or maintenance of damaged
Oh, the
property, roads?
the dirt and stuff. Mr. Bond?
Yeah, there's some language in there, I'd have to get to that section, but that gives us the general authority to oversee that. They have to do it in a workmanlike fashion, which would be restoring the property if that's the case. If there's any damage, they would be responsible.
I think he's talking about a timely manner, correct? Alderman Woods?
Timely manner, and in a lot of cases, I'll, just because they came down Dalewood, so my neighbor, they drilled a hole in his apron, right? Which is his, but not his, I guess technically. And so they patched in it, looked good for 6 months, and then it sunk like 3 inches, and the following year it sunk another 2 inches, so now the guy's gotta fix that himself. So what's the liability?
Mr. Bond?
Well, typically, as you know, they would fix whatever the issue is. Can we get some kind of a guarantee or warranty on that, on the fix? That's going to be a little difficult, because who's to say, not to say your neighbor did, but who's to say they didn't do some other work, which, you know, the ground underneath shifted, and that's what caused the damage, so.
In this particular case, no other work
Good.
was done.
So,
And there's cases in the streets, in the crosswalks, where they're drilling the hole for their finger holes to see directionally where that boring machine's at, right, to get a better look at it, because it's a tight quarter with other lateral improvements or utilities in the ground, and they'll riddle the street. I mean, there'll be like 3 in a row, and they just plop the cores back in there. We all know they're gonna sink, right, and that's gonna be left up to, at some point.
Mr. Lang, I think, had a response. Go ahead, Mr. Lang.
Yeah, so in our code currently, there's a provision that allows us to collect a maintenance bond for excavations within the public right-of-way. It's not something we've done in practice in recent years, but perhaps if this is a major concern, that's something we plan on implementing going forward. We've also been doing more closing out of right-of-way permits. That includes a final inspection by our staff to make sure that the restoration is performed. To your point, restorations can look good at the start and then settle over time, so that would be where the maintenance bond would come into handy, and those are usually for a period of 1 year.
Follow-up?
Other than we probably need a tickler list to make sure that we then walk those areas. The problem before is that these were like one-off things. Now these guys are all over the place, drilling and augering, you know, throughout all the communities locally. I mean, you almost can't go 2 streets without seeing somebody running something, so it's more prevalent. We, I think, just need to be more vigilant in holding their feet to fire to get them to repair this stuff.
So, Mr. Lang, is that something we already could require per our code, the maintenance bond? Oh, Mr. Bond is saying yes?
yes.
Okay. Any other questions? Alderwoman Ames?
Yeah, so on that same note, I was looking at in the contract here on page 9, it talks about restoration, and it says within 10 calendar days after initial construction. So there's already a time frame that they're supposed to restore it, and it does say that if there's any work after that that's required, as long as they're notified, as Director Lang said, like within a year, they have, you know, to be responsible for any repairs. So the 10 days after the repair, whatever the work is complete, that they're supposed to do restoration, is it Public Works that enforces that done, to make sure that it's done? I mean, that seems
Mr.
like a
Bond?
quick time frame, but.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to have somebody from Public Works who's going to be overseeing the project to see that happens. The incident where it's a year and a half, 2 years down the road, that's going to be more difficult from an enforcement standpoint. But the maintenance bond will certainly give protection for those shoddy repairs, or those that look like they're viable, and then they turn out not to be with the, you know, weather. You know, we get a lot of rain or a little rain, and there's some depression or whatever, or some impact on the streets. So.
Right, because I know the restoration is usually a pretty big thing. You're disrupting somebody's lawn or in the case of an apron or something to get that repaired. So as long as we're following up on it.
Any other questions? Okay, so we had a motion, a second, there was an amendment, they both agreed, roll call.
Alderman Artie
Yes.
Alderwoman Ace.
Yes.
Alderman Hartwoods.
Yes.
Alderman Currielli.
Yes.
Alderman Messina.
Yes.
Alderman Sismarski.
Yes.
Alderman Catalano.
Yes.
Okay, and that passes.
Next, approval of final payment to Cathodic Protection Management Incorporated for the pump station pipe painting project in the amount of $45,624. That is my motion.
Second?
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any questions on this one? All right, roll call, please.
Alderman Artie Woods.
Yes.
Alderwoman Ames.
Yes.
Alderman Hartwoods.
Yes.
Alderman Currielli.
Yes.
Alderman Messina.
Yes.
Alderman Sismarski.
Yes.
Alderman Catalano.
Yes.
Okay, and that passes.
And that concludes my report.
Thank you. Finance and Administration, Alderwoman Ames.
No report tonight, Mayor.
Thank you. Nothing under other business this evening. Approval list of bills, Alderwoman Ames.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the list of bills for February 20th, 2025 for $1,222,372.66. That is my motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Questions on any of the bills? All right, roll call.
Alderwoman Ames.
Yes.
Alderman Currielli.
Yes.
Alderman Hartwoods.
Yes.
Alderman Messina.
Yes.
Alderman Sismarski.
Yes.
Alderman Artie Woods.
Yes.
Alderman Catalano.
Yes.
And that passes.
And that concludes my report.
Thank you. No executive session, no items to be referred. I need a motion to adjourn.
Moved.
Second?
We have a motion and a second. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? We're adjourned.